feeling like your birthday. Everything feel great, yeah, I'm talking good time. Hanging with your crew.
You're just doing what you do, man. Ain't nobody new. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the delayed start. We had some technical difficulties. It happens sometimes. I'm still a human being, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. But the mics wasn't connecting to the system that I had going on for some reason. So I had to restart it. So I apologize for the 5-minute delay. But I'm sure y'all forgive me because y'all love me, right? If y'all didn't, y'all wouldn't continue to listen to the show. I think y'all love me. Probably y'all love Jackie. Whatever makes y'all listen is cool with me. It doesn't really matter. But I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. This is the good news. If you don't know what this is, it's a Millennial show. Talk radio for everything Millennial. I'm your host, Keith Good News. And today we have our very, 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 very special guest, comedian Jonnae Thompson.
Thank you. You all are too kind.
Right?
Thank you. I love you.
We about to have a hell of a time, man. And remember, feel free to call in. The number at the Good News Hotline is 323-900-0478. If you want to call us, get in contact with us, shoot the shit with us, talk about what's your opinion. I'm not the guru or nothing. Jonnae damn sure ain't the guru. So,
hey, you invited me.
We don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Okay. We'll learn something.
But, I like to hear other people's perspective. So it's good to call in, add to the conversation, talk to us, and just see what we talking about. I know y'all see the topics. I know y'all see them. So don't act like y'all don't see them. And I know y'all want to talk about them, especially if you live in Southern California today, because our very first topic of the day is, well, actually, I'm moving ahead of myself, Jackie. Jackie, you're supposed to stop me. You're supposed to throw things at me.
Stop.
See, see, Jackie's high.
Oh,
That's what it
don't
is.
lie on Jackie today.
Jackie is high. That's what it is, Jackie. Jackie, are you high?
Yeah, this is so effective for Friday.
See,
Smoke weed
Jackie,
every Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Only on Fridays.
Jackie doesn't indulge, but right now I feel like she's overindulging. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what the millennial generation is, because that's always the confusing part, let me tell you right now. If you were born between 1980 and 2000, give or take a few years.
Okay.
On both sides. That's what we're talking about. So if you basically 35 kinda ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
35.
Cut off kinda 35-ish.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Something
that
like
works.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, that works.
You rock with that?
Yeah, I'm not good at math.
Yeah, okay,
so it took me a
cool.
while.
Yeah, I got numbers dyslexia.
That's how you know when I say math.
Yeah.
I didn't try. I don't say it right.
Not math.
I'm not good at math. I hate math.
Math.
K through 12.
I didn't find it was mathematics until I got to college. I said, "Oh, it's more to it."
I don't like it.
It ticks to it. Yeah, I don't want it. It ticks. What is that? And what's there between mathematics and arithmetic?
It's all too much.
Do anybody know the difference? No? Is there a difference between mathematics and arithmetic?
You gotta Google that one.
We're gonna have to Google that, Jackie.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Yeah, I want to know between math. We're gonna let y'all know some good news today. We're gonna find out what the difference is. Good news of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I have some good news. I have some very, very good news. Good news is that I had an opportunity to meet with a philanthropist company, and it's looking like I'll be aligning with them soon to make some bigger projects. They have a lot of resources that the good news can use, that I could use, and I'm really looking forward to joining with these people because I couldn't make it up, like kind of how it happened. And I would just say this just to make it real quick and easy. Everybody know luck don't exist. It don't exist. But it does have a definition, however, which is when preparation meets opportunity. If you're not prepared, luck will never happen for you. A lot of times you got to be prepared for when the opportunity presents itself. You're not going to get the opportunity, and then they say, oh, go and prepare yourself now. So I think that this opportunity, I'll just prepare myself over time, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be huge, and I think it's going to open up a whole lot of doors for myself and the Good News radio station overall. So I'm excited about that. That's some good
Congrats.
news. That's some good
awesome
news.
news.
Big moves,
Great
man.
news.
We're still moving forward. But enough about that. We got, like I said, Miss Jonnae Thompson
Thank you.
in the creative space today. In the good news, she decided to walk down the valley of the shadow of death and come on to the good news and embarrass herself. No, I'm just playing.
damn.
We're gonna have good conversation. But honestly, I just want to say before I let you introduce yourself. I actually have known this person since college.
This is true.
And I love to see after college. Damn, am I old or not? I have to say I was
You
once in
not
college.
old.
Like
You're not old.
like when I was in college. Like, is it still not hard to say that? Like when I was in college.
We still young. We
Yeah,
millennials.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, no, you got that. I mean, shit, baby boomers was at one point young too. Yeah. Generation X was too.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We're
it's
here
okay.
now.
Yeah, we're here now.
We young.
We are young. But I just admire your consistency. I think that's one of the pillars to success, and a lot of people don't use that enough. Is the consistency. And you've been doing comedy since before I even probably thought about doing radio.
Wow.
You've been doing comedy since I've known you. Actually, I felt like I remember when you first started. What year is it when you first started to pick up comedy? When you decided this was going to be it?
It was 2008.
And what made you do it? What made you say this is it? This is what I'm going after? What was it?
It was I was actually on our campus, Cal State Northridge. I kept seeing this flyer for a Jimmy Kimmel college comedy search, and it kept kind of popping out at me. But there was a little sense of fear that was like, you're not a comedian though, bro. Like, you may can crack some jokes, but you're not a comedian.
Like, if people gonna find you funny,
do not, like, it's an art. Like, in my head, I've always known that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, the day of the event, there was actually a representative, and she stops us and says, "Hey, are there any of you ladies who are funny? Like, there are no females.
Really?
There's
That's
no
how
female
somebody's asked you that?
representation." And I'm that girl. Like, if you tell me there's no dude doing it, I'm gonna try to do it. That's just me. I don't know.
Right.
So I went out there. I did it. I ended up being the runner-up for the competition, and from
Wow.
that moment on, I just kept going. So from 2008 to here we are, 2016. No, 17.
Yeah, and you 2017, and you still and you still rocking the boat.
Still
You're
rocking.
moving forward,
Still.
and now you've worked with a lot of big names too. I done seen flyers go up and around. Like, damn, I'd be like, she's still working.
Still working.
Still working.
I'm still keep
Who's
working.
who would you say some of the best people you've worked with so far in the industry?
So I've had the opportunity to share the same stage with more recently Aziz Ansari. I got to introduce him at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, he's blowing up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
man,
he's blowing
man,
up. I think
love him.
I saw that flyer actually. I saw that flyer. Yeah.
He's dope. Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, if you remember, they did the show at CSUN. I got the chance to
Yeah, I
host
do
that
remember
one.
that. Yeah, I do remember that.
I've got a chance to open and work with some of my favorite artists, even musically, Indy Irie, Marsha Ambrosius, Neil Brennan, Lunel. Gosh, I don't want to feel like I'm name dropping, but one time I had to follow Chris Tucker at the Comedy Store. It was like I was next. He walks in, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna put him up, and you're gonna go." And I'm like,
Now, let me ask you, though, do you see those as opportunities, or like how do you take those opportunities? Are you afraid of them? Do you want more of them? Like, is it hard to do? Would you rather not go after somebody so big?
Well, I mean, I'm just learning. I mean, it's similar to what you said earlier. There's no such thing as luck, and when preparation meets opportunity. So I'm never in a space where I don't feel I'm qualified to be there. So I know any night of the week I can be at the Comedy Store, and legitimately Dave Chappelle can walk in, and we might be sharing the same stage if he happens to say, "I want to perform this night," So just being ready to work with the people who I admire, the people who I've written down on my dream list of people to work with, just trusting that, there's power in our manifestations, and just the grind overall. Like, I don't believe, especially in a city like LA, there's nothing too big or out of reach. It's very, you just,
there.
So being consistent definitely is helpful when it comes to the fear in that, in those moments. It's like, okay, if I've been doing this since 2008,
that's 9 years, though.
I should be solid enough on stage and comfortable to really follow anyone, you know.
Yeah, 9
No
years
one
is
should
a
make
long
me
time.
lose the juice, you know.
9 years. What 9 years? How many of y'all been doing anything for 9 years? That's really hard for a young person to do, and that's why I commend you so heavily on that.
Thank you.
Because 9 years, as such, in your 20s, to do anything for 9 years, unless you've been, bred by your parents or your parents usually have an influence on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that's impossible, but it's really difficult for, I think, our generation to stay consistent on any one thing because we see so many things, we see so many carrots dangling. We want to go after that, and then there's so much interesting shit to do.
Yeah.
Now, there's so much interesting shit to do, and I'm gonna give you another round of applause because it is really hard to stay on track, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. It really, truly is. I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years, and there's been many times I've been like,
Yeah.
2 years.
Hang in there.
So
Gotta stay with it.
But yeah, hats off to you. Hats off to
Thank
you.
you.
And I will say that what I've seen from when I've seen at the beginning, obviously 2008, I saw the confidence factor. I thought that was so important. I remember looking at you one time, and I was like, "Damn, she didn't seem you seemed more confident on stage than you did off stage," and that was so that was so interesting to me because your demeanor is very more like you you're very laid back for the most part.
Yeah, it's yeah.
To see you come out on stage, is that where you release that energy? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm a cusp baby, so I'm like
When's your birthday?
I'm April 22nd. I'm born on Earth Day.
I'm November 22nd, so I
Yeah.
know how it is. I'm a cusp too.
So I got my fire and I got my earth. You know, the earth keeps me very much grounded, very much I'm just there, very like you said, laid back. From San Diego, that kind of has a lot to do with it too. But when I started comedy, that just gave me a place to channel the energy because I definitely grew up being like a class clown bouncing off the walls, like teachers being like, "Oh God, this girl is in my class."
I definitely didn't see you being voted the most likely to be comedian. I definitely didn't see that in your yearbook.
And that's the thing in my yearbook. That's all people said. It's just interesting that it was like once I got a little older, it was like this contrast. It was like, I used to really be like the kid, like I would get on tables and dance like in high school. Like I don't know why. This was like
what high school you go to?
Not dancing nasty, just being goofy.
I just asked what high school you go to. You said nasty.
I don't know. I think that I felt like your mind went somewhere else.
I felt like you just got defensive because the nasty shit you did in high school.
No, I was actually pretty good. I was just eating hot Cheetos.
I just asked what high school you go to.
Living my life. I went to 2 high schools. Okay, I went to Lincoln and Mission Bay High School. Is where I graduated.
Where is that at? Where is that at?
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Shout out San Diego.
Whoop, whoop,
we got some
619.
we got some listeners in San Diego actually.
Yeah.
And shout out Canada. Always man, goddamn
Canada's in the building.
Man, Canada be in the building all the time. They be on the Instagram live. They be we've for some reason we're growing an audience in Canada and by God, thank you. I appreciate it. And Amsterdam. Shout out Amsterdam.
Oh yeah, they could bring me.
I'm trying to go there. We got some stuff to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get more into Jonnae in a minute. But if you've been paying attention, and I hope you have, because if you live in Southern California and you haven't realized how much it's been raining, I don't know. I guess you like Patrick Starr, living under a rock. Boom, boom, pow. No jokes, no laughter. Bad joke. All right. Yeah.
We need Jackie's jokes.
Yeah, that's what it is. See? Woo! Got that one out. Didn't land. But yeah, it's been raining like hell. And apparently we've gotten more rain in the last, what I want to say, I don't want to say it wrong, but I'm gonna say it wrong just to move on with the conversation. I want to say in the last few weeks.
An alt fact. That's what you're doing today.
Yeah. It's kind of true, kind of not true. Sometimes not for real. Y'all know 60% of the things I say is probably off.
That's okay.
60%. That's pretty good. That's better than most. But we've got more rain than we did in the last 5 years or something like that.
That feels true.
Yeah.
That
Within the
feels
last 5
true.
years. 5 years. We got more rain within the last couple weeks than we got in 5 years. What the hell is going on in Southern California? What do you think it is?
I feel like ever since Trump got elected, honestly, the rain has just been like nonstop. It's really God's tears, like it's like for real. My skin's been getting drier. Like it's a lot of things that have
Ever
been
since.
changing ever since.
Right. I had gas
That's-
ever since he got into
Right?
I've been having gas.
It's a lot changing.
I don't know.
Like,
I've been putting on everybody.
it's things
Animals,
are different.
trees,
You know what I mean?
seats, everything get put on.
Man.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to handle it. And you know,
But we need the rain.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
you know,
love
they said it was a drought. So maybe this is the cure.
you think so?
Yeah.
And I said that earlier. I
Can't
was
be
saying,
a drought no more.
Well, I was saying that the rain. I'm a fan of the rain. I like to get most of my things done in the rain because I feel like the world is just slower. But I think it does get this idea of washing, getting cleaning your body, fresh start. I think that's what it does give. It, somebody said something today over intercom, and they were saying the rain allows you to reflect more than any other type of weather. The rain allows you to reflect more than any other type of weather because it makes you slow down. It makes you not do things you would be doing. And I mean, I can see that as being true. It make us slow down. But as Californians, Southern Californians, we don't know how to handle the rain. Because
Yeah.
I went outside with just, when we hear cold, we just put on a little sweater. I know y'all on the East Coast, y'all probably think we crazy for the way we dress. When y'all be saying it's cold, it ain't cold. It is cold.
Yeah,
okay?
cold is cold. I don't
It's
care
cold.
where you are. Like
It's cold.
I
You
don't-
come here right
yeah,
now, it's cold. It's so cold you don't want to drink cold drinks.
This
No?
is true.
Or you want to drink all hot tea or cold tea?
I just don't want to do anything in the cold. I don't.
Really?
I don't. I just want to sleep. Like that's all I want to do until it's
Until it's
warm
over?
again.
Well, I don't know because when you get in your bed and you got them cold sheets.
No, I keep the heater on when it's cold like this.
Oh, you must got our electricity bill high as hell. By the way, our electricity bill high as hell, Kevin, this year because we've been having all these damn heaters on because it's so cold out here. It's so cold.
We can start a GoFundMe.
No, because I gotta fund my own heater.
That's why we start the GoFundMe.
For who? Who we
to
gonna?
help
We gonna
you.
split it? We all gonna split.
I'm
we all gonna
good.
split it. Oh, you good? You got free heat?
I got a little,
You got free heat?
nice situation where I got a little space heater. It works.
You got free heat. You still in
It's
heat?
not free.
Oh, I'm saying you still in heat. I thought you was just, like old school. You just leave the oven open and go in the living room.
You can still cable. I don't think you can still heat.
Everybody still heat. If you,
How you
like
still heat,
I'm
Keith?
telling you, turn the oven on, you open it, and you let.
That's just being resourceful.
That's still in heat. That's what it is. Turn the oven on, open it, and you sit. Everybody sit down and be quiet. It's cold because y'all talking too much. That's what, stuff like that. That your grandma used to say. It's cold because y'all talking too much. Everybody be quiet. It's cold. But ultimately, I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. This is it still winter time? Is January still winter? Is that
I think
considered
it's
still
winter until like March.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Or because remember Groundhog Day, the whole groundhog lets you know.
Yeah, I still don't know what's up with the groundhog. I don't know if the groundhog is really accurate too. How
It's the same though, but yeah, it's like
Yeah.
until like March.
Groundhog is undefeated.
is it undefeated? I've heard it.
Groundhog cannot be beaten.
You lying? Don't you
Is
say
it
that.
like the same
it-
groundhog?
yeah.
Is it a myth or is it really an actual?
And is it a different groundhog we look at every year, or is it just one groundhog?
Like, did they just keep him in a cage until it's that
Yeah.
time? Be like, oh, here's the time. Like, how does this go?
Your time is a coming. You got once a year to shine.
I don't understand how this goes.
Yeah, I don't-
it's
I
like
don't really know.
Sade comes
Yeah.
out like I come out when I'm ready.
Yeah, and Mariah Carey, both of them, they do the same thing.
Like that.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with the groundhog. I don't know how that even works because I've heard it's been wrong, and we still go by it for some reason. Like I guess
We go by a lot of things that have been
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah,
Keith.
yeah.
You shouldn't be surprised. How long have you been American?
Yeah, pretty much forever.
Okay.
yeah. It's just basically confusing how we live, but especially on this side of the earth, we don't see this. We don't get rain. Okay, they made a song called "It Never Rains"
Tony.
in Southern California. Can we sue? Are they allowed to get sued at this point?
For
Should they
libel?
Yeah, for floods, for like I didn't prepare to dress like this. How do you handle the rain? What do you do? What do you do when it rains like this? Like, what is your? Is it harder for you to work? You feel like does it mess up your work?
Yeah, I work on the beach, so it does.
Mm.
I got my comedy grind, my artist grind, but I got my little money maker. So
Mm.
I'm a server in Santa Monica,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's cold.
it slows down significantly.
And it's cold.
People don't want to come to the beach in the rain, so I get sad when it rains because my money gets that.
Oh,
you know?
well, yeah,
It's
what?
like, but
See, is that what
yeah.
it is? Even the economy slows down in the rain.
Yeah,
Is
but
it true? I feel like online
it
shopping
does.
goes up.
It just depends on what industry you're in. But think about it, if you're working at a restaurant on the beach, that's like the last
Nobody's
thing you
coming to
need
the
is
beach.
rain. You know,
Nobody's coming. The winter is just a hard time for y'all. Y'all have a real winter.
it's a slow season.
It's cold.
So that's when
everybody
you got to
broke.
get your second job. Like you got to start stripping or something on the side just to make the ends meet.
I've been stripping part time for like 2 years now. Nobody even know, just part time.
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
It's like Army Reserve. You just go in like once, twice every month, and then and you just,
the Army Reserve.
and you just stay
Only shit.
and you just stay certified.
I got
the
duty
whole
this
time. Yeah.
this month.
and that's pretty much how it goes. But I like the rain. I like what the rain does. I like how it slows everything down. I just like how it makes everybody just stop for a minute, just stop,
Yeah.
and then I can move faster. Like that's why I really like. I do all my grocery shopping in the rain. If it's raining, I'm going to the store. I'm excited about the rain. I just feel like it's just less stuff going on.
It definitely is. Yeah, most people try to stay indoors, especially Californians. We don't really
But they gonna go to the club though.
in the rain.
Yes. Don't act like you ain't
Not
never been to
I.
the club. You ain't never been to the club in the rain.
The comedy club.
No,
I don't.
You've been to a Sigma party in the rain. I know you have. Yes, you have.
Wrong
You
girl.
was there.
Once
No,
again,
you was
wrong
there.
girl.
Don't act like you weren't at the same.
Not in no rain, boy. I don't play with no
Most
rain.
of our parties was in the rain.
But right, it's almost
But back
rain
then we was young
will make me change my
and
day.
dry. We was young and dry.
Listen, I've never been a fan. Because I, like, even tonight, I'm like, oh my God, do I really want to do this radio interview? It's the raining.
No, I
like,
feel it. I feel like
you know
that-
what I mean? It's like,
I feel
how
like-
much do I really care about my
Right.
future? You know,
For real
is the
though.
grind really that important as these raindrops right now?
Yeah, and
you know?
apparently it is.
Yeah,
Apparently
I'm
it is.
here.
Yeah, you are here
I'm warm
in the rain.
with my jacket on. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. I start to look like a hobo when it's raining. I will wear 3 hoodies. I will wear 2 scarves. It's really interesting. Like this happened to me last week, and like
Do you even
I
have rain
literally-
clothes? Do you have like rain clothes?
No, I just wear rain layers. Like I don't have clothes for the rain. What do I look like?
I have
I'm
I have
not-
one jacket.
I don't have nothing.
I have
that-
one jacket and the hood is cloth, so it really don't even. You know how that goes. And then you got the that's how
layers
that
and
goes.
an umbrella. And
I don't
prayers.
even do umbrellas. You do umbrellas? I just don't want to carry an umbrella.
I do umbrellas. I have to. I can't get just drenched and go on with my day like that.
Yeah,
I have to
that's true.
go home.
That's
Once I'm
true.
wet, like it's
I
time to
need
go home.
I need to get me an umbrella. I think that's.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't have an umbrella. I should get me an umbrella because there's been plenty of times I've been soaked and I've been very upset by it. Very upset. But we just don't know how to really handle when it gets this cold and this wet out here. This is not Seattle. I feel like we're living in Seattle a little bit right now.
A lot of gray skies.
And somebody said something interesting with all the the disasters that's been happening over the past 5, even I'll say the 10 years, the hurricanes, just these drastic weather changes. Does this mean that you think Southern California is looking for something like that? You think there's a near disaster coming for us?
I think the near disaster is already here.
You think so? You don't think the water gonna come and just flush out half of Los Angeles, maybe?
I just feel like
Come on.
I feel like we're in a drought.
Are we in a drought?
If that's real, but I don't know if like people take it that serious. Like I work in a restaurant, so I see a lot of wasted water a lot.
Oh yeah, we definitely waste water.
And it makes me sad. Like
I mean, it's water though. I mean, it's like what can you do? It's water. It was.
but it's still
like
a
where,
resource.
it's like where can we really waste water at?
Don't get water you're not gonna drink.
I mean,
Don't order waters that you're not gonna drink.
I just hate when people ask for water and then they take a sip and they leave it at your house when they leave.
That's rude too.
I'm gonna call somebody.
But
and tell
water
them
the
come get
plants
their
with
water.
that
Come
with
back
that
and get
you
your
gotta
water
just water
bottle.
the plants.
No, you can come back and you can get your water that you left there because I didn't appreciate you leaving.
Start
there
charging for
the first
waters
time.
for that reason.
Did I start charging for waters? Mm-hmm.
People will remember if they paid $1 for a bottle of water, they'll remember to drink it.
You think we start? Hey, y'all heard? It wasn't me. It wasn't my idea. It was Jonnae's idea to charge y'all for waters when y'all come through here. Nothing is free no more. Okay, nothing is free.
Sorry to be a hater, but it seems to be
No,
a problem.
I
We need a
guess it-
solution.
I guess it is, but you definitely just hate it because that's definitely considerable now. And I'm like, that could actually work if I charge people $1 for water. But I don't think that's right. I think water is supposed to be one of them complimentary things. How many times you go to a restaurant, you hate when they charge you for a cup of water?
I've never been charged for a cup
You've
of
never
water.
been charged for a cup of
For
water?
a cup of water?
They charge you for the cup. The water is free. That's how they get you. Oh, we charge. Yeah, it's 10 cents. It's gonna be 10 cents for the cup.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna just definitely steal some Sprite. If I'm like at that point, if they want to play me, we're gonna play the games, all the games.
You probably definitely gonna steal some Sprite regardless.
Maybe.
Yeah. You
No, I don't
definitely-
even drink soda no more.
every now and then, if I get
I'm a real
a free water
adult.
cup.
I only drink soda with liquor. That's the only time I drink it.
I feel that. I'm not mad at that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the good news. We got Jonnae Thompson in here. Of course, we got Measy Media and Jackie Nasty in the back. Jack Nasty. Nasty Jack.
She's had 8
She
names
got
since
all
I've been
of
here.
it. Yeah, she got, I don't know
Who
what
is
else
she
I'm gonna
really?
come
Is your
with.
name even Jackie? I don't even know.
No, it's not Jackie.
Oh.
It's Jacqueline.
That was almost my name.
Is it Jacqueline?
Yeah.
My name was
Is
almost
it
Jacqueline.
really Jacqueline?
Yeah. Jacqueline.
I feel like I don't know who you are anymore. Your real name is Jacqueline?
Yes.
This is disappointing. I have no idea who you are. But now it gives me more to make up nicknames with, so I'm excited. So we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the Good News Millennial Show. Talk radio for everything millennial.
Ba-boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Good News if you're just now tuning in. If you don't know what this is, it's a Millennial Show. Talk radio for everything millennial. It's your host, Keith Good News. And of course, we got so funny Miss Jonnae Thompson in the space tonight. She decided to join us
Thank you very much.
here at the Good News tonight. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
As a professional comedian,
Okay.
as a professional,
Okay.
because it's a big difference between amateur and professional,
See,
right?
senor.
I got that right. Okay. With the rise of social media and comedians really getting their big break off of social media, has that kind of put a damper on the stand-up world?
I wouldn't say it's put a damper on the stand-up world. I think people still can recognize and hopefully still hold on to the differences in the art form of stand-up comedy versus, I'll say, whether it be sketch comedy or improv comedy or social media. Like all of those are. It's just a different time and a different game. I'll say right now.
Have you thought about, like, I'm sure you have thought about it, obviously, but it's going into, I guess, the social media, Instagram. I would say Vine, but I feel like that's just obsolete now.
Yeah, is Vine even?
Yeah, I don't know.
think they
I don't know.
did away with it,
But
like abortions.
we got a caller. Take this
Okay.
caller. Caller, you on with the good news? Who we talking to?
Hi, this is Rodney Perry. I was just
Rodney
checking y'all out.
Perry. Oh, I love Rodney. Like, Rodney Perry. Oh,
I'm just happy because you happy. I ain't know.
no,
I'm
Rodney
excited.
Perry. Like, Google him right now. Like,
Google.
seriously.
Rodney Perry.
Rodney Perry is a legend. Rodney Perry, to me, is a class act. Rodney Perry is one of the just dopest comedians, writers in the game. From the moment I've met him, he's always been inspirational.
That's dope.
When you run into a lot of comedians who you've grown up watching, it's a gamble. You know that saying, don't meet your heroes? Like, I've met some heroes who have.
That's the saying. I ain't never heard that
disappointed me.
saying.
You never heard that?
Never.
You need to grow up.
I know. Damn.
But no, and there's a reason for that, because sometimes we put weight on meeting, those people we're a fan of, and
Yeah.
there are moments where it can be disappointing. But
Oh,
Ronnie
yeah.
has always just been like such a fan and so supportive of the newer generation of.
Oh, Rodney. I know Rodney,
Rodney
Perry,
Perry,
is.
you know
Damn.
Rodney Perry.
Yeah, of course I know what Rodney Perry is. I'm you know what? From the Monique show. That's
Monique show,
okay.
right here,
Yeah, man.
man.
That's dope,
He's a
man.
good guy, man.
Well, you know what, Rodney? Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question
talk to Rodney.
since I got you on the line. I
Rodney.
want to ask you a question. I see you caller. We're gonna get you in 1 second. Give me 1 second. Call right back. I want to ask you because I was asking Jonnae here with the growing I don't want to say market for comedians is coming out of social media now. How has that affected or impacted the stand-up comedy world, or comedians who do stand-up? Has it impacted them at all? Has it made it easier, better?
You hear there are different schools of thought on that. I mean, some of the veterans that are years as a that, but people are being creative. You know, that's a good thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, when I was coming up in the game, you had to get on television, and now you can kind of create your own noise in your own space. And you can't really deny that. And I really like it. I like the viral video guys. But, you know, the catch-22 is they're not all stand-up comedians. I mean, that's a different art. But, you know, but if you're making people laugh, whether you're doing it in the privacy of your own home or you walking on stage, you know, I respect that on some level.
Amen.
Okay, yeah, because I thought it interesting. I'm like, man, I was like, everybody coming up off of Instagram now. It's like, is there still room for the people who, you know, are doing stand up? I feel like it's always going to be room, but given the fact that it spread the market out so much, now let me ask you this as well, Rodney, and you too, Jonnae. Has the comedy world become saturated?
I mean, every few years they say that. You know, they said that when I was a Rudy Poo. Oh man,
Rudy
y'all
Poo,
come
huh?
out. You know, every year, you know, that's the best way to sell if you don't understand the kids. First of all, you know, my children. I have a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. You can't tell them that DC Young Fly isn't a viable comedian.
Right, right.
You can't tell them that
Not at all.
that's their generation. And so, you know, I just like as a purist, I just want those guys to respect the art of stand up, but I'm not asking them to actually have to do it if that's not what they do.
Right, right. Do you think that there's more longevity in stand up, or is there more longevity in going the other opposite way?
Oh, we won't know. We won't know.
Ah,
I mean,
that's a good point.
we've only seen, you know, one set of, you know, the catch-22 about being a viral sensation is you're just a sensation. It can come and go. So if we see these guys in 10 years begin to do movies and begin to, you know, make that transition, which, you know, why DC Youngfly comes to mind because I just did a movie with him and he did a really great job.
Yeah, he's funny.
So he's a funny guy,
Yeah.
and he respects the game, which I respect from him. So more than anything, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, will they have some longevity? We'll see.
Yeah,
You
guess
know,
we will.
I mean, we will see. I mean, I know comics that quit every day. So you know, there's a lot of comedians that started when I started that aren't doing it anymore. So longevity is relative to the individual.
Well, you know what? Hey, I appreciate those. Those are nuggets right there.
There we go. I'm
because
so glad.
because I think that those are, you know, those apply to any whatever you're doing. I think it applies to whatever you're doing. And you know, I'm really happy to see because this whole show is based on the millennial generation. I love to see when the generation before us takes heed to change versus denies it or becomes afraid of it or just be upset with it, you know, because it's different.
That's Rodney, like I said.
So-
What I started off saying, like he's been that guy.
Yeah.
I love the fact that we now have control. Like 15 people had to green light you when I was coming up. You know, the network had to see you, and then you had to have an agent. You had to have a manager.
Yeah.
Now you can become your own manager, your own agent. You create your own content, and the world will be the path to your door. I mean, if you're consistent and you do it, that's gangster.
Yeah.
You know, that's gangster on so many levels.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is, man. Well, I'll tell you what, Rodney, hey, I definitely appreciate you calling, man. It's definitely an honor, man, to have you call my show. And it's more of an honor to have you, you know, of course, support Miss Thompson here, man. I know that means a lot, and I love when people call in and support their people, man. I know how much power that brings to them when they just got the
Yeah.
support from those that they look up to or those they just love. So
I'm such a huge fan of Jonnae, man. I've been watching her for
That's huge.
many years.
Thank
That's
you,
huge.
man.
She reminds me
Give
of
her
one
a
of
damn
my
round of
little
applause.
girls. She looked like one of the Perry kids.
I
And,
let's write this out, Mr. Perry. You want to be my dad? What network we gonna talk to? We'll talk about it. Okay.
So we gonna talk
Right.
we gonna talk about it off air. I ain't talk about it off air.
Man.
No, I appreciate you again, Rodney Perry,
Thank
man.
you.
I appreciate you 100%, man. Calling anytime. Thank you for listening.
I love you, Rodney.
Hey, man, good news radio show, man. I do. I love the name. It's all about the good news. They say that's what gospel means.
Yeah.
Good news, spread the good news.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
well done, man, and I'm gonna keep listening,
Appreciate you, man. Talk to you soon, brother. Stay well.
no doubt.
All right.
Yep.
Rodney Perry, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
called into the good news. That's tight. That's
Yeah.
tight. That's tight. You never know who's gonna call in, and you never know who's gonna drop in. But Jonnae brings them.
Well, thank
She brings them in. But yeah, I think that's crucial. But I want to ask you before we jump into this next topic. What was the hardest part? What do you think the hardest part about being a comedian is? Like, what is the hard? What's difficult about it?
I would say to just keep going, the journey. Like you'll get these glimpses of like, okay, where you think, oh, this was the opportunity. This was, this was my year. You
Right,
get
right.
these glimpses of like where you're on the path and you're doing the right things, but it is a journey.
Yes.
And just staying steadfast, remaining like faithful. There are times where you have to make some sacrifices as well. You know what I mean? Even just to move back to a city away from my family, away from my community, and my support system.
Yeah.
To chase a dream, like those sort of things where it's just staying encouraged. The day to day, like not quitting. Is one of the biggest things. Like Mr. Perry said, there are comedians who quit every single day.
Yeah.
And that's a fact,
Yes. Yes, it is. Because it's a whole lot of amateur nights.
And it's not like something where, I mean, like I've wanted to do this for a while, quite before I even graduated college. I'm like, yes, I have an English degree, but that has nothing to do with my career path.
Yeah, right.
I shouldn't say nothing because there's a lot of writing involved with what I do. But it's not a traditional sort of career, like where you go to law school for 2 years, 4 years, or whatever, and then you're in the field. Or there is really a sense of uncertainty at times, and there are waves where some seasons may be really popping, and other seasons
you
are
hit with
like
that winter time.
the winter time, the
you
slow
get-
down.
you hit
So
that winter.
just keeping yourself surrounded by things that keep you creative and happy. As a creator, as an artist, you have to do that for your own sanity.
Yeah.
So to me, that's been some of the most challenging things is just the remaining steadfast and consistent. Whether it's
So it's pretty universal. It's pretty universal. Like just whatever you're doing, but essentially, so it's the same thing. Kind of applies to your professions, anything. Just consistency. Like I was saying, like I saw in you, you're doing it for 9 years. I don't know nobody been doing none for 9 years. I don't know nobody. Kevin, how long you been doing? How long you been doing camera work? 4 years.
There we go. Keep going.
And he's I mean in this 4 years he's working on so many major projects. It's incredible to see, So I don't know anybody's been doing anything like that for 9 years like that. So like I said, shout out to you. I think that's freaking awesome.
Thank you.
I think it's freaking awesome. Caller, I did see another caller calling in. Caller, I couldn't bring you in because we was already on the phone.
Call back.
Call back though. Call back.
talk
Man.
to you.
Call back. We want to find out who you is because I didn't recognize the area code.
You was
so.
blocking calls. That's what you was screening calls.
I got usually there's a call screener in the major radio syndicated shows.
True.
We ain't got that over here.
That's okay. Hopefully, ain't
We don't
nobody out
have
of
it.
order.
We got me, Jackie, and Kev on the camera.
That's all you need.
That's all we need. That's all we need. But Jackie,
Yes.
it's my next topic. Oh, that's right. Karma.
Karma.
Yeah. Karma.
Oh,
Karma. Who?
yeah.
Is karma real, Jonnae? Is it real? You think so?
I believe so. I mean,
You believe in the whole what goes around comes around?
I do.
Blase, blase.
Blase, blase, blase. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
I do believe that. What goes around comes around.
I don't believe that.
You don't?
No.
I don't know. I've seen things happen fast, but I don't know.
I believe in probability because everything has a probability. So I mean, it can or it can't. And every time it does, we say, "Oh, it's karma." And every time it doesn't, is that not karma? Like, well, So
That's called like you got lucky. You dodged.
Is
a
that
bullet.
lucky?
No, but
Yeah.
no, but the thing is, I don't think that karma is always necessarily a negative thing. I feel like if you put out good, the good will come back around to you.
Good
I
juju.
feel like if you put out ill intentions, that will be returned to you.
good juju. That's what I heard somebody say before. I never even heard that term, but I was like,
You
good
young,
juju.
Keith? You don't know none of these things.
I don't know. No, I don't.
Have you ever heard the grass is green on the other side?
No, I heard the grass is green where you water it. We got a caller coming in. Caller, you on with the good news? Who we talking to?
Sorry?
Caller, you on with the good news? Who we talking? If you do me a favor, just turn down your radio a little bit in the background so I don't pick it up on the phone. I appreciate you calling on. Who we talking to and where you from?
All right, man. This is Channing Hawkins, man, from Canton, Ohio, but I'm in Houston now. I seen Jonnae was on there.
Yes, sir. She here, right, sitting here next to me, man.
What's up,
Say what's
fam?
up to your people.
What's good, fam?
What's good? What's going on? What's going on? You know what this is, right?
Absolutely. My boy Channing Hawkins, representative
Am I gonna
we
Google
got
him
Zeal
too?
Energy. Yeah,
I'm
Channing.
gonna Google
He's,
him too.
He's a good guy. We got some things coming up in San Diego.
Oh, what y'all got coming up in San Diego? Go ahead and drop it now. You on
Yeah,
the
here
air.
we
Y'all,
go.
y'all
Here
live
we
on
go.
there.
We here, man.
This ain't a podcast. This is live.
This is all right.
Yeah.
So here we go. March 3rd, San Diego at the Mission Valley Resort. Saints Night Out, presented by my father, Larry, Preacher Man Thompson, Mr. Channing Hawkins, Zeal Energy Drinks, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there in person, but I'm still there.
And I'm out a little bit, but I can hear y'all, though. Yeah, I just wanted to call in. You know, Jonnae, I support you in everything you do. I see you moving and you working, and, I just wanted to call just to, tell you good job, keep it up. You know what I mean? You motivate me, and we watch you here in Houston and Ohio. So, yeah, most definitely rooting for y'all.
Hey,
Thank
appreciate you
you.
calling in, brother. I appreciate you listening.
Ohio
Yeah.
Buckeyes, right? Is that right? I'm acting like I know sports,
I know.
bro.
You don't know.
All you gotta know is one thing about
you
a
still
state.
young.
You sound
yeah, you
old.
still young. But I appreciate you calling, my man, Channing. Appreciate it, man.
We'll see you
All
soon,
right, man.
Channing.
Y'all take care.
All right, one love, brother. Unfortunately, his name, and when you type in his name, Channing
It
Tatum he's not going to
No,
go
you
anywhere.
spelled it wrong.
Did I
That's
spell
why.
it wrong? How-
CHANNING.
That's still gonna be Channing Tatum. You still gonna lose that battle. You're not getting over Channing Tatum. Nope. Sorry. Because I don't
Has he
know
got
if
them
he-
abs? That's
no,
what you're
it's
trying to
It's
say?
because he's white, but he got black people light skinned eyes.
What?
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what he got. He got black people light skinned eyes. All right,
I'm gonna have to get a better look at
Yeah,
it.
you watch. Yeah, look him up. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want Channing Tatum half naked coming up on my computer screen.
It sounds like you've done
And
this
they get it
search
all on
before,
camera.
though, Keith. You sound
No, I
like this is in
I
the,
appreciate
the
his
history.
movies. I appreciate his good movies.
Sound like it's in the suggestion.
He's a good looking guy. I'm not gonna take it away from him.
Magic
He's a
Mike?
good looking guy. I didn't see Magic Mike. I didn't think it was fitting for me to go see. I didn't know how I would feel about buying a ticket to Magic Mike. Like if somebody would have bought me one, I'm like, okay,
You
I'm
would've
gonna
went.
see, but I don't think I'm gonna sign up for. Kev,
Maybe
did you
you
sign
could've
up for
learned
Magic
something.
Mike? Did you even go see it? I didn't even go see it on bootleg. We got another caller, ladies.
You
and
guys are no fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, so hey, you on caller, you on with the good news? Who we talking to?
Yo, what's going on? My name's Eric. I'm calling out of San Diego.
Eric out of San Diego.
Eric,
Right, yeah.
Eric out of San Diego, man.
What's going on? You got a fan out in San Diego?
Hey, you know what? Hey, I appreciate that.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to find out what was Jonnae's social media for so we can. If you got Twitter, Instagram,
Oh, yes.
or Facebook.
Yes. All right. So here we go. You can easily find me usually just Jonnae Thompson, JONNAE. Thompson, THOMPSON. That's how you can find me on Facebook. That's how you can find me on Twitter. On Instagram, you can find me at Jonnae the Queen. And I post like some really cute pictures sometimes, so you guys might like them. Post good food
Yeah,
pics.
I'll pull up the Instagram right now and follow you.
Good looking out,
so,
Eric.
yeah.
Eric from San Diego, man. You got in here blushing, man. Damn. Not y'all blushing. Oh, he sound good. He from San Diego too.
Shut up.
What?
That's you over here. Magic Mike.
Eric, boy, you gonna kill him, Eric. You gonna kill him, man. Hey, I appreciate you being a fan and listening, man. It means a lot, man.
Straight up, yeah. Thank you.
Hey, man, I'm gonna talk to you soon, brother. Call back anytime.
All right.
One love.
Thank you, Eric.
That's the fun part. We never know where people are gonna call from.
Yeah. We had San Diego. We had Ohio.
Yeah, and you from San Diego.
Mr.
That's why I
Perry.
thought you originally knew him, but I guess he'd like the show. So I just appreciate you, man.
There
Hey,
we
shout out
go.
to Eric, man. Shout out to you, man.
You got fans everywhere.
hey,
The
I
good news.
appreciate it,
you
man.
know, our powers
Hey,
combined.
Our powers combined. You know, it's Captain Planet. But we was talking about karma,
Yes.
and we was talking about, you know, do you really believe what goes around comes around? And that's what we
I
want to
do.
find out. Call in 323-900-0478. What do you think? Does what goes around comes around? Jonnae said yes. I don't
know
think
it.
so.
I know it.
I don't think so.
If I told you some stories, you would think I was a witch. To be honest, you'd be like, "Oh, it's a real thing."
Well, you know, like I said, I believe in probabilities. I do believe in probabilities. I do believe that anything can happen to anybody. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's specifically as far as like something you did. Now there's a debt owed, and then it's going to get back to you. I just can't. I can't rock with that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you may bring things upon yourself
That's
over time. No, I mean,
it doesn't matter when it's still.
well, well, I
So
mean,
you
no,
believe
I
it.
guess okay. I see where you're going, but hear me out. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying like if I like trip somebody right and they scrape their knee, I don't feel like when I scrape my knee 5 years from now, it's gonna be like, "Oop, because you scraped that dude's knee 5 years ago." That's karma. Like I'm not gonna associate that with that. Like no way. Like I just scraped my knee, bro.
I think like when karma hits you, you'll know like for sure that what it was for. Like, oh, that was for that one time. Like, for instance, like I was I had a very specific behavioral type, like in elementary school. So when I started working at an elementary school, I noticed my karma was like I had the students who were a lot like me. You know what I mean?
Was that
Sure,
was that
parents
karma?
can tell you. Yeah.
Or was that just like
A probability.
yeah, because most people fall in situations and places that they should be in. And I guess for me when I think about karma, I think is you do something. I do believe in repercussion. I believe in there's going to be I believe in consequences. I do believe that. Like that's consequences. I do believe in those. We make bad decisions and we have to pay. I don't think that's considered karma though. Because
Like
karma
I
would be,
said, I don't
I'm a
think
Google it.
karma is limited to bad things.
I'm a Google.
Like I really believe it is equally. I don't see it as just being for negative.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
it can
there's good karma. I've
You know
heard
what I
that too. But even then, I don't think that there's necessarily good karma. I just think that you just continuously move forward in good things, and that because you move forward in good things, you surround yourself with good things. I don't think it's karma. I think it's because I don't know, because karma is like fate to me, and I don't really believe in fate. I believe in choice. I don't believe it's everything. I don't believe anything is predetermined. I believe everything is created, and as we go along. So karma to me seems like fate. I don't know. Am I the only one? Is it just me? Do you feel that, or do you feel like fate is real?
Fate. I don't know. Fate is it's like a weird word
It's
for
a
me,
loaded
but I
word.
believe like purpose is real. I believe divine order is real. I believe that, a lot of there are times where like I may not realize something until 10 years after it happened, like what that moment was about.
Yeah.
It's usually like it came back around for something else that if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have been ready for that specific moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
So in that capacity, I would say I definitely believe in like everything has a specific purpose,
Or place, specific place.
I mean, even like we're sitting here together right now,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah.
I've known you since college. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I didn't realize that this was going to be your show until you opened the door.
Yeah, she didn't even know this. She didn't even
So,
know it. She didn't even know it was me,
there's-
ladies and gentlemen. She opened the door like, "What you doing here?" Like, well, I'm kind of the host of the show.
Yeah, see, that means
Um,
the producer was lit. Like,
Yeah, no, Jackie's the
like,
shit, man.
Jackie was on it.
No, Jackie is the shit. Jackie is the shit. His definition of karma, ladies and gentlemen, is that the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. So it even uses the word fate. The sum of a person's actions in this and previous states. The sum. So I guess all inclusive. So I guess karma is not even, I guess is at the end. Like, is that when you meet your karma? I don't know. But I do not believe in fate. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe I can't just rock with that. I can't just rock with something that's already done. And that's it. Do you feel like your career, your life is already written out and you're just waiting to pick up the receipt or the piece of paper?
I definitely believe that the now of like right now is preparing me for something else. That like I can see the vision, like I can clearly see, you know, like my life a few years from now and what that looks like versus just like everything that's presented in front of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I may not have this deal right now, but like I'm without a doubt, like, sure, I'll be set, you know, in my career, and that like I may not have all the behind the scene details, but I trust and believe, and I definitely have a high level of faith that all those details I don't even necessarily need to concern myself with, as long as I'm continuously operating in the flow and the directions that I feel the spirit is leading me to go to. The phone calls that I take, or the shows that I take, or you know what I mean, or even the train that I take. You know what I mean, and this, I get on there and you meet that person that you know.
Yeah, that's true.
That may have that connection for that show that, you know, they saw you that one time at the Hollywood Improv, but now there's this opportunity they're looking for a comedian who also can sing. You know what I mean? Like there's very much so, like I feel like every single piece has been instrumental to who I am all around and who I'm supposed to be all around, you know? For a long time, like I even compartmentalized things. Like
that's good that most women can't do that. Like I'm dead serious. Like it's not. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but most women don't focus on. From the things that I've read, everything is all together for most women. But to compartmentalize things is a huge thing to be able to do both. So the fact that you learn to do that, I'm sure that's been beneficial.
And I mean, I think that it's just for men and women. Like we all just have these different times where we figure it out. And don't just see it as, okay, so I know like I'm a person who I'm interested in social justice. I'm interested in women's rights. I'm interested in, you know,
are you a feminist?
Or whatever. Am I a feminist? I mean, I do believe that women deserve this, the technical, like, you know.
I feel like you're driven a little.
I'm
feminism.
a humanist. I believe we all.
I feel like you're driven a little feminism
so
on you. You're driven a little bit.
I just believe that every single one of us, from the moment we were born, we were not a single one of us is above, beneath, like that. That's all socially constructed, and shit's gonna change real soon, is what I really believe. But like I said, I think it's just we all have these different moments in our life where we decide or we figure out how to put the pieces of the puzzle together to really live in our full potential and reach exactly who we're supposed to reach in this world. Especially as creators and creatives, like I don't really think anything is really by accident, you know.
See, well, that's the whole. You said the word creator, and that's why I think that kind of with creator and carekeeper. I was going to say carekeeper. What is it called when you're taking care of something? Caretaker. Yeah.
Okay.
What was I saying? Was I saying taker carer? I was saying
you
some
was
shit.
getting there.
Yeah.
Caregiver.
I was coming around. But yeah, caregivers. I feel like that's our job here as well, is to create and take care of this. But I do want to go back on something I said, and I want to kind of change it. And I said I don't necessarily believe in fate. Let me change that, because after hearing what you said, and I'm a child of perspective, and I love to change my mind on things. I live for that, to change. So now I want to change my mind on this. I would say I will believe in fate. I don't believe in predetermined fate. I do believe that you create your fate. So I think that's a better way of me saying it. You decide your fate versus it being already predetermined for you. And I think what you're saying was you can kind of create the reason why you can see your fate, because you're creating it more and more in every day. So you're deciding your fate. It's not necessarily predetermined by anybody else but you. And I think that's what I was trying to get at. I think that's the clear happy medium I was trying to come to within this. But I still don't believe
in karma.
What goes around comes around.
That's okay, because I believe that if you don't believe it, then it won't be true for you.
I don't believe.
I believe that with everything.
You know why? Because I
if it
feel
doesn't
like,
resonate, then
well, I guess you're right, because you know what it is. When you think about karma, you automatically think about you're associated with the negative aspect of things going wrong. So I guess so. What you saying, Jackie? Oh, you hit me with a light. Okay, yeah. So we gotta do, Jackie. We gotta get some placards or something.
even I knew that was wrap it up. Even I knew. It's my first day here, and I'm all like,
it's my first day too. I don't know.
Okay.
We both showed up on the same day. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta take a quick commercial break because Jackie is mad.
she ain't mad.
No, I'm just playing. But she.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I'm just going to say it because, you know what? I'm not going to prolong it. Here we go. I don't want to say it.
Jackie, you already got me scared. You already got me. Okay, come on.
You know why? This is why. I have pressure right now because there's an actual comedian in the studio, and I'm not funny. I'm not a comedian. I'm just letting y'all know. You guys already know. But
most comedians aren't funny.
I'm a human first.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, Jackie.
Hey, Keith. Why don't cannibals eat comedians?
Why don't cannibals? Is this for me or is this for Jonnae?
Oh, whoever. Okay. Jonnae.
Jonnae. Yeah, no, she the comedian.
They don't want no beef.
Oh.
Did she get it right?
One, actually.
Ooh, I like that one.
I like that one. No.
Because they don't want no beef. All right, but I think it's more wit to that. What's the answer, Jack?
Why don't cannibals eat comedians? Because they taste funny.
I get it. All right.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was good, Jackie.
I like that
You
one.
got a future in this,
Yeah, I'm trying to tell her, man.
Jackie. You know what? I'm gonna
Jackie's
call.
jokes.
We're gonna get you.
Hashtag Jackie's jokes, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Hey, do you know what we're gonna do one day? I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna make a compilation of all Jackie's jokes. I got all the audio. I'm just gonna go through and just compile them and post them on Instagram, and then just make a Jackie's joke collage.
I support this message.
Right? You know.
She got promise.
I'm trying to tell you. Make sure y'all download the app out there. Go to your app store, whether you got a Google, Android, Apple iOS, the Good News Radio Show. Download the app. You can listen to all our podcasts and live shows, and you can chat with us right there on the chat room. You ain't even got to call in. You can just text us right there, and we could talk right back and forth during the show. But I'm gonna ring the bell because we got one more thing to talk about.
One more thing,
and it's probably the most important. Nah, I don't know. To some. We're gonna talk about marijuana, ladies and gentlemen.
okay.
The green leaf.
The devil's lettuce.
The burning bush. That's what we're going to talk about. And I want to know how people feel. Some people feel differently. And I know that especially the older generation feel uncomfortable with marijuana, period, because they're not exactly
That's a stereotype.
Sure.
I know a lot of older people
who
partake in
yeah.
the burning bush.
Oh, well, I feel like everybody partakes in the burning bush. I think some people just try to hide it.
They more fake about it.
Yeah, they more fake.
They
about
in the
it.
closet about the cannabism.
Yeah.
Cannabism.
They are in the closet. Y'all in the closet smokers. But is it a drug or is it medicinal? That's kind of the argument that has been for years. That's always been the issue. Of course, when it not when it first came out, but at one point it was considered like the worst thing to do. It was like, oh my God, this is your brain. Y'all remember this is your brain on drugs commercials and the DARE program? It's just out of here. But it was a big push to make marijuana, and they did a great job. They did an amazing job of making it look really bad. Making marijuana.
They didn't do good
really
enough.
They did a good job.
I'll be like, I don't know. I've never like looked at marijuana even in the DARE program. Like to me, it wasn't like one of the drugs like that. It was, I don't know.
Yeah,
like when I was, when you're
drugs,
comparing that to
weed,
like,
now you do drugs.
It's like, I don't know, when you're looking at that compared to like acid or heroin or
right
crack, you know what I mean?
The stuff that they used to give out, Oxycontin.
It doesn't really
over the counter.
I don't know. Like whenever I heard the word drugs, I never ever thought about. It's weird. I felt like the media did though. It was like a media push to make that a part of drugs. Like marijuana was that, and really crack. That was like the two big things. It's like even if you used to watch Cops at Night, who was caught with two? Oh, is that marijuana? Oh, that's paraphernalia. You remember watching that on Cops? It was like, oh, look, if he had a pipe. But you got to think about on a deeper level, the drug offenses and what, you know what I mean, communities and what drugs are considered that and why those drugs are, you know what I mean?
But then at the same time, we have drug stores. I mean, we're not even changing changing the name on it.
Yeah, it's a drugstore.
Yeah, it's literally saying the same thing, but why do we feel more comfortable with saying those kind of drugs versus the hard drugs? Like, what's the difference between? I mean, the fact of the matter is that they used to give Oxycontin over the counter. To me, still blows my mind. There's a lot of things that has meth in it that we don't even realize. I don't not take Advil. It's very rare I'll take an Advil or Tylenol. I'll have to be like feel like I'm about to die. Like I just want to. Cause I know what it is. It's real drugs. It's real drugs. Have you ever taken like morphine or anything?
Yeah.
What's the Norco? It's called Norco, right? What's the other one? Norco.
Just like in like medical procedure, or dentist or whatever. I've been on morphine. It felt great.
That's drugs.
Yeah, definitely drugs.
What if I told you I had heroin in it?
I would believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that. That's
that's
part of 60% that might be wrong.
There used to be cocaine in Coca-Cola. Nothing surprises me.
I said the other day, somebody thought I was lying. It was like, yeah, no way. I'm like, you just in.
But like, you gotta. That's a steal though, because I mean, I know Coke is like pretty expensive from what I hear in these. It
was a steal. It was just.
But I'm just like the fact that they was just putting that in people's sodas. I think that was pretty friendly, to be honest.
They actually had more products. I saw something where they had more products with Coke in them during that time too. Coca-Cola wasn't the only one. It was just
people a lot. And that's have a Coke and a smile. That's why they was smiling.
Yeah, there you go. Have some Coke and a smile.
It's all making sense.
It's all. We called it Coke.
Right.
We didn't even call it like.
They even try to.
No, just straight Coke. Here,
have a Coke.
Hey, you want some Coke? Like, and people still say it. And I just think that's so interesting.
What if they
that
start like selling Sprite with the promethazine already mixed in?
That would be that. Sprite better get on that.
Like, come on, Sprite, where you at with the lean? With the real Sprite remix.
They better do something because it's between out of Pepsi and Coke. Somebody gonna get it because Newport.
It's not work. We've seen what's happening.
Newport. I'll never.
It's real stuff in Newports. What's in Newport?
Marlboro. I never could say that word. It's one of where like
Marlboro.
It is
Marlboro.
Yeah, like right.
Marlboro.
Kev, try it. What? Did he say it? Did he say it right?
He said it right.
What? Say it again. Marlboro. I don't know. That's right.
Marlboro. That don't even sound like something you should be smoking. Marlboro. Why? Marlboro? Why would you want to smoke a Marlboro? That sounds terrible. Give me one of them Marlboros. It sounds like your life is heading down the tubes.
You know, I much like Newport sounds more refreshing. It just does.
No, I've tried. Yeah, we all got a pass.
Yeah,
but Newports, I believe there is some real drugs in there. Like that's not just a cigarette. Like
no, that's not.
It's something in Newports.
I believe that.
It is something in there.
It's gotta keep you hooked. Did you know that like water, like you know Dasani puts salt in their water to keep you thirsty?
Ain't that some bull?
Yes, to keep you drinking.
Are you serious?
Yes. Read the label. because it doesn't allow you to hydrate as fast. That's why I don't really drink Dasani. Every time I drink Dasani, my lips be dry. Like right now. Now I feel like I just self-conscious about
But
my
we
lips.
had Gatorade. This is a lot of salt too.
Everybody lick their lips, so I don't feel weird.
Oh, we can't say what we had. Sorry, the label's
Yeah.
pulled off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, oh, yeah, you should. Yeah, free.
Sorry.
Yeah, they gotta pay.
We had Faderade.
They-
You remember Faderade?
Yeah,
Faderade,
yep.
man.
That's exactly what it was. Yep. But Yvonne, hey, what's up, Yvonne? Don't say nothing nasty today. We ain't got time for you, Yvonne. Yvonne was a guest on our show before. She's just nasty.
Yvonne Nasty. Hey, nasty girl.
Robbie D, man, shout out to listening. People coming in the chat right now. But we're talking about marijuana, and is it a drug or is it medicinal? What if you were to put in a category? What would you put it as? If you were the person who decided this is what it's going to be, this is where it's going to land, this is it.
I would put it exactly where it should be, which is under medical. I believe that cannabis is definitely a plant that is very helpful for people who need it.
Is it a vegetable?
It's an herb. It's an herb.
Okay.
Just like eucalyptus, just like lavender. We do things with those herbs that make us feel better therapeutically. So
That's true.
I don't see what the difference is with the cannabis plant. I've seen and heard stories of families that have children with cancer and that medicine being more harsh than cannabis. Like cannabis is the only thing that's actually healing but not harming as well. To me, that's way better than a drug, where a lot of drugs that we take, they heal things, but
a lot of time
it usually is going to lead to another problem, or is just
we had
causing-
someone who beat cancer on the show before, and she definitely discussed how marijuana more so did necessarily with the health factor. That wasn't the biggest benefit she's seen, even though there is a particularly small benefit when you smoke it. When you extract it, it's differently.
Definitely.
But when you smoke it, you're obviously burning a lot of the things.
Now,
you would
rolling
need.
blunts is definitely different than topical or edibles,
Yeah,
know?
but she said how smoking it allowed her to eat because
Appetite.
her appetite was so gone. So that's where she's seen the most benefit
Depression,
from.
anxiety, there's
absolutely.
Insomnia, these
I got
are
all
real
that.
things that, that
Back pain.
I believe that, I would much
Post-traumatic
rather
stress.
somebody medicate in that sense.
Absolutely,
than
100%.
to start medicating in a way that may cause plenty of other health
let me ask
problems.
you this. Opium is grown too, like a plant. I don't know if it's considered a herb or whatnot, but it is grown the same way, essentially. So with that, opium, we know what that is about. That helps create heroin. So what would you say about that?
Well, I think it would probably be different if I lived in a more Indonesian place. I don't know, opium isn't just offered to me on a regular
Hey, y'all want some opium? No, y'all good.
I haven't had enough experience to really say how I feel about opium, but
I know that they put it in. I know that they put it in some of the things that doctors use. Doctors use opium.
Let's talk. Something like sugar. That's extracted from the herb too. But when you put sugar through so many processes, that it's now it can be cancerous to our bodies. When we overconsume. So there are plenty of things that are from this earth. And I remember when growing up, I'll say very very, very religious, and just the spiritual aspect of what does that look like for me? Is this something that is a conviction, to even say? And it took some time, and there have been moments where I've known no, I cannot, marijuana is not something I can have in my life right now for whatever spiritual reasons.
I was there at one point,
But there was one time where I was like, you know what? This is typically how I read the Bible anyways. I just say, let me land on what I need to see. Let it speak to me. I'll just kind of flip, And I landed on this page and it said, let every green herb be meat. And that spoke to my spirit.
Oh wow!
I felt
That's
like
in the Bible? You
every
shouldn't have told
green
me that.
herb be me. Like cannabis is a green herb.
Is that really in the Bible?
It's really in the Bible, and it spoke to my soul. I said,
No, it's speaking to everybody's soul in this room, and everybody's listening.
That's what I said. I don't
That's
know.
all I need
like
to hear.
I don't know. Like I don't want to be like a
It's
false prophet, but I read what I read.
Hey, but you know, but I was just gonna say a lot of it's interpretation. I mean,
it is, and when I took it as.
I mean, King James made his own interpretation. He said, "This is mine, and I'm king, so all the other ones don't matter." My version.
But even think about it, like a story like Eve, like she's in the Garden of Eden. God said you can eat whatever in this garden.
I feel like
just
everybody
not from
was
the
high.
tree.
I feel like everybody was high in the Bible.
Like she was talking to a serpent. Like you gotta be
high.
on the uwe to be
Yeah,
doing
you gotta
something
be.
like that,
Yeah,
to
you
be
can't
communicating. Like
Come on, yeah,
straight,
of course,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
You know, just walking around naked and not be like
you
horny.
want some good stuff.
The only time you can do that is if you faded. But you know, not seriously. Like, come on now, we're human. Like, come on. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I definitely will have to say that I really dislike, and for people who's listening out there, regardless of your age, millennial, baby boomer, Generation X, this is what we must understand moving forward. Too much of anything is bad.
Amen.
That's just the reality. You can drown yourself by drinking too much water. Literally. Too much of anything is bad. So it's not about, I mean, just the fact that we sit here and we all agree subconsciously, because it's embedded in us over time and it's accepted socially and through our government, that alcohol, which is literally poison. It ain't like, oh, it's poison. No, it's literally that's what makes you drunk, ladies and gentlemen. Is your body is poisoned. That's how you get drunk. Your body is literally poisoned. That's why you have those. That's why you feel that way. So we can literally poison our body, and it's okay. It's fine. Even bringing up tea, the fact that that's still also plant based. It's an herb, and we drink it for healing measures.
Chamomile, when you're not feeling too well,
Yeah.
you need to settle your stomach, whatever.
Yeah, and for a long time before I got out an adult, I thought chamomile was like camel's meal. I know that might be pretty bad, but that's what don't act like everybody knew what it was. I didn't read the box.
You really
everybody
thought
said
that?
Just want.
Like
I was like,
camel's meal?
I thought it was just like one of those things. Like, I guess camels eat grass, right? Like, don't they eat grass and plants? I'm like, tell me.
Do they
I'm
have
right.
that grass in the desert?
Like, tell me I'm correct,
I don't
right?
know.
Like,
Do they?
like
I
animals do
don't
eat
even know.
that.
They might. I don't know if they
Like, right? The animals
how
do.
the greenery is in it.
But anyways, no, I put that together in my mind for a very long time until I read it and said, oh, this is not camel meal.
I'm glad you got it together.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I shouldn't have said that on air. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Marijuana is legal, but then again, there's this whole it's not legal yet until like 2018. There's this whole little buffer we're in, but nevertheless, just come on, let's just go ahead and get to it. Just like the president said, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and go. Now that we're here, I think that it's best for generations to accept that we're moving on, that we're moving forward. This is going to be one of those things that is embedded in our new culture, just like cigarettes was. Except now, I feel like I don't want to say that people have won. I just felt like corporations have put in a happy medium, because now they're going to be basically control of the marijuana market, and especially with the taxes on it. I mean, it's really going to be incredible. The fact. Do you see these entrepreneurs, these cannabis entrepreneurs, or these people who start up shops all over the place? Do you think that it's going to be more difficult for them? Or they're going to go out of business?
Well, I hope not, because that's one of my concerns. Is like, okay, once corporations or when they grab a hold of this, like what they're going to do to the plants, just like what they do to our produce. I'm very afraid of genetically modified
that's
anything.
Gonna be so weird.
So, you see what happened to people who do things like spice or whatever, which is genetically modified.
Yeah, what spice was popping at one point when I was young.
Yeah,
I was on the spice. I feel like that was like
that
was like the gateway drug to smoking weed.
Spice
like,
honestly, I just want to thank God right now for saving my life. Like one time, a couple of times, I don't know.
I had spice a couple times.
It was the shop across the street from CSUN.
Yep, yeah, same. Yep,
and
I did the same thing.
I didn't have my. And that's I'd rather you smoke cannabis than spice.
No,
I really much rather
you ever
you
smoke
do that.
spice?
Don't. People
Yeah,
have
is it-
like it's like bath salts. Like some of the like you can get your hands on a bad batch.
No, yeah, I had some because I was like, okay, when before you didn't want to get no card, or you just really it wasn't.
Yeah, that's what it was about.
It was like, I don't want
felt
to get a card.
convenient,
Yeah, let me
but
just go get it. Go pick it up.
bad idea.
Spice. Don't do it.
Like yeah, we did it and
Move
it was,
on.
Yeah, just bad.
But it's called spice.
Yeah,
Smoking on that spice.
doesn't sound right.
You smoking on that spice, huh? Yeah.
Regrets.
Smoking on. It's
Don't
almost,
do it.
It's almost like Reggie. Like how did
It's
it become the term Reggie? And I always thought about how did they name some of these strands.
Reggie
That-
is
that
short
out
for
there.
regular. It's
Is
just
that what it
regular
is?
weed.
Is that?
It's not
Did
that
you just make that up
It's
right
that
now?
Reggie.
Because if you made that up, that's great.
No, I've heard that.
Oh, is it? I thought it was.
I know
just-
some stuff.
I thought it was just after Reggie Bush. I don't know. I don't know
Really?
what it was. I thought so. No.
It would be much greater if it was named after Reggie Bush. You got to think about that. Are you kidding me?
No, I don't know. His
It's
NFL career
disrespect.
kind of was bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some random facts of the day. I'm sorry, Reggie Bush.
We love you, Reggie.
Love you, Reggie. Random facts of the day. Illegal drug possessions and trafficking are punished in Singapore with the death penalty. Damn.
Won't be going to
I heard
Singapore.
somebody told me Singapore is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, but even chewing gum near is like a major offense. Yeah, like
That's
they
not
don't, like
beautiful.
they don't play around with the gum. According to a study, Twitter and Facebook are harder to resist than tobacco and alcohol. Ooh, I could believe that. Hell, we pick.
drug.
Is it Twitter and Facebook? It's not Insta. You know what? Twitter is like not dying. Like I thought Twitter was really going to die. Twitter is jumping. No, Twitter is jumping. Especially with Generation X and the baby boomers, I think Twitter is like really where they're sitting at, where they are, and recently that it just hit me like, yo, that's what the other demographic is. But anyway, you got Twitter?
Yeah,
What's your Twitter?
at Jonnae Thompson.
Do you use it?
Yeah,
I need to use Twitter more.
I tweet.
I never tweet.
in these streets.
I never tweet in no streets.
Yeah, it's weird.
On
Like I
sheets.
used to be like way more popping on Twitter, but
Because I feel like you have to have something to say. Like,
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I just tweet, but like there used to be
Yeah.
a time like when Twitter was like really popping, you would get all the retweets. And
yeah,
stuff like that.
it was popping at one
It ain't-
point.
Yeah, you just tweet.
Yeah,
man.
just
it's
tweet.
like a diary now.
tweet.
It's just a release.
Tweet, and it's called
That's- yeah,
tweet.
it's
Like you
not
got a
really
name and
interactive.
everything. It got a name. I don't know. It got a name. There's a world champ.
Read it.
There is a world championship masturbator awarded
Oh,
to Man Senobu Sato, who holds the record at 9 hours and 58 minutes. Oh my God.
9 hours.
Beating off.
And how many minutes?
I got to give that man a round of applause. 'Cause that's
58. That's 10 hours.
No, he had to be taking something.
58 minutes. That's
Like, is it like how many ejaculations in that process?
Doesn't it get like a rash?
Y'all got
that's not safe. Where's he
Yvonne.
from?
Tell me, Yvonne,
Where's he
is that
from?
possible? Yvonne's in here. Where's he from? I know he got one of these.
What's
names that's not
Yvonne's
from
story? How would she know this?
here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Yvonne. I'm like, why? How would Yvonne know this? I'm like, y'all better leave Yvonne. Hey,
Yvonne is-
Yvonne.
Nah, I
you
love
know
Yvonne.
Brian Pumper by any chance?
She just took a picture of Mr. Marcus. Yeah,
Mr. Marcus?
and he still had that hat on. Yes, he
Do you-
did. And he had the hat.
Brian Pumper, he actually asked me to be in a porn before.
He asked everybody.
Every
that
girl
sees
in the, I
something.
know. I don't even know why I honored anymore. It's not a pleasure. It's not a privilege.
So what'd you say?
Say no to Brian Pumper.
The thing is,
Say no
if
to
I could be,
Pumper?
I was like, at the time, I was offended. I was so offended.
Really?
Like,
What?
I went home and cried. I'm like, what type of vibe was I giving off that made him think I was out here selling vagina? Like, and
That's just one time.
Well, here's the thing.
We can right one time.
I was a virgin at the time, so
Oh.
it was really just so left field. Like,
Was he gonna
what
do a
are
virgin
you-
episode?
That would have been dope. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like
you
maybe I
coulda got
should have
paid more.
capitalized a little
Yeah, you
more.
probably
Like, I
ca-
probably could have got at least
Yeah.
$1 million for
Oh
that.
yeah, because now it's over. Now nobody judges
Nobody
you.
is
Nobody
like-
judges you after you. Oh,
If
you're
I
in
could
college.
do it again, I would have done it another way.
Yeah, like it's cool. Like yeah, all that stuff. Like yeah, you do it all in college. You do it all in college and you get away with it.
Nah, but shout out to Yvonne. If you Send us the link to your work. We'll check you out.
See, Yvonne.
I'm a supporter.
No, you know what? I appreciate. I love Yvonne. Yvonne is a huge supporter of listening to the show. Ever since she's been a guest, I mean, she's always interacting.
That's right.
With the show, she's always on, and I appreciate you deeply, Yvonne. Just don't ever give me that damn mint ball again. Don't ever give me that mint ball. Just stay away from the mint ball. Yeah, she makes toys and stuff, and she sells.
She makes 6
Bonnie's Secret Treasures.
Yvonne?
She sells them. Sorry, she doesn't make them.
Yeah, Bonnie's Secret
Give me
Treasures.
Yvonne's number when this is over.
Bonnie's Secret Treasures. If you want to
Yvonne,
follow
you
on
gotta,
Instagram, and this
email
is
us.
and this is and this is free plug for Yvonne because I love the work she do and she always supports. So make sure you check out Bonnie's Secret Treasures on Instagram.
No, but before I gotta know what a mint ball is. Like,
I'ma
do
tell
you
you-
put
I'ma
the
tell-
ball? Do
I'ma
you
tell-
put the mint in your mouth?
No, I'm gonna tell you when we get off air. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not
The
gonna tell
people
you.
want to
on
know.
air.
You can't just
No,
be like
but the
mint
people
ball
already
and
know.
not talk about.
The people
The
already
people don't know. I don't know.
You know, you're right.
The
Okay,
people, do y'all want?
I
Just
had-
give us the abbreviated
You know
version.
what? I'm gonna tell you what happened. Yvonne had some new products when she came. She was trying out some stuff. She said, "Hey, let me know what you thought about it. What you think about it." I let her know what I thought about it, and it was a mint ball. And you insert it and it bursts. And then it's supposed to make everything more enjoyable.
Okay,
but
wait.
it end up burning because it's mint. Skin and mint don't really go well together.
Don't. So
It
don't.
just
You're not
is
supposed to
painful.
tell the people that the product burned you.
No, well, you want the truth or you don't. I don't know what you
Oh
asked
my
me to
God.
tell.
Okay,
like, what
but
you want
wait.
me to
I'm
do?
still trying to. Who used it? Who used the?
No.
You put the mint
It's-
ball.
It's a mint ball.
And you put it-
You insert it. Yeah.
Insert it in
yeah,
where?
In her.
In
Don't you
her.
thought-
Okay,
yeah,
that's
we-
what I. Because you. I mean, yeah. I'm
you
all
thought I
like you put.
insert- No.
I just didn't know where. I didn't know. I like to know
What
everything.
okay.
I just wasn't sure.
I'm just
I
mad
just
that
didn't know you were that open. I
No,
was all
just
like,
didn't- I'm more mad that you didn't assume. More so. Word.
No, I just
I'm
didn't-
just upset by that. I'm
no, I
upset
just
that
didn't
you-
know if you put it in, for you, so you could feel something, or because you was saying you was burning you. That's why I'm like, wait, you put it in you, like you feel, you see?
No,
just
no,
clarification.
no one feels you. No one feels you. No.
Then how did you know it was burning?
No.
He tried the mint ball when he got
Because-
home.
It hurt. It hurt. Just don't use the damn mint
Jackie.
balls. Just don't use the mint balls, ladies and gentlemen. And she said it's called. She said Yvonne said it's called a lube ball. That's the correct.
Thank you, Yvonne.
The lube
ball.
No, I think it's great. Just don't get the mint ones. The bulletproof vest was actually invented by a pizza delivery guy from Detroit after he was shot twice on the job.
This is not funny. I would not laugh at that.
I'm gonna laugh because that's funny. What a great shout out to the man who got shot 2 times and didn't die. That's what I'm saying. On 2
Wait,
separate
that
occasions.
can't be your. Is this real? Is that how the bulletproof vest?
Hey, I believe it because most things are out of necessity or trial and error. A lot of things.
Dang. So he was like, I don't want to get shot. And honestly, that just would have been my last day delivering pizzas, to be honest. I'm not going to sit up here and come up with a plan.
It's like
to put
coffee
my-
tops. Like everybody got tired of spilling their coffee. So someone was like, you know what, damn it, we need to do something about this.
But a bulletproof vest, like that's so different.
People got tired of putting their lips on.
People got
their
tired of
cup.
getting shot while they was delivering pizzas. So they said, we going to have to create a device
Or he did. He was like, you know
to
what?
deliver the slice.
Yeah.
That's how it went down.
Teflon pizza. It said Gandhi once wrote a letter to his dear friend urging him not to go to war. This friend was Hitler. I believe that. I actually, you know how I feel about Hitler, Jackie. I believe that Hitler and Gandhi probably was really good friends. Because I felt like they could communicate on a certain level that other people can't because they had the keen ability to move masses of people, and you have to be on some type of psychological level, some type of level of consciousness where most people don't understand. So I can believe that they were good friends. I can believe that. And Hitler was a good guy, just not to the Jews. Believe it or not. Anyways, nobody likes hearing
good.
that. Yeah, nobody likes no one likes to hear that.
He just wasn't nice to the blacks. It's
he
still
just
pretty.
he was cool to his people. If you was in his camp, you was solid. He had your back, like tags on the back of t-shirts. I said that. Yeah, they always on the back. Tags on your t-shirt, always in the back. Every time you get a t-shirt, it got a tag on the back. I said, got your back, like tags on the back of t-shirts.
Oh,
I said
gotcha.
that. Didn't land it. Another joke.
No,
that
I
didn't
just was
land.
like,
you know, it's hard.
I thought
it's
that you
hard
were
to
telling
make
me
a comedian laugh.
that was a fact. Like that
It's
shirt,
hard.
that tags are always in the back of the shirt. I'm like,
No, I mean, it kind of is. I feel like I've never seen a tag in the front. But nevertheless,
won't.
ladies and gentlemen, almost time to get out of here. Got to run one more I Hoop 24. We'll be right back to close out the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the good news. It's a Millennial show.
yo.
Neither.
That's what I'm finna
I
do?
never really know. It just comes out of me.
You gotta stay ready.
But everybody, if you've been tuning in, but if you just now tuning in, hopping on late, sorry. Go back and listen. But we got Jonnae Thompson, the
Hey.
so Miss Jonnae Thompson, the so funny, the hilarious, the comical, the humorous. How else do you say funny? I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know how to say any more words. But we got her in the space and we had a hell of a show. I appreciate you coming out. I really do. I really appreciate you coming. I hope you had a good time.
I had a blast.
It's really important to me how the guests feel on the show when they come here. Jack, you know that's something I kind of stress over.
Can I just make a suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
Next time, just get a little space heater. I'm so cold this
I'm
whole
sorry.
time.
See,
Feel my hands.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Go back, listen to the show at the beginning, and when she said, "Oh, I'm warm, I'm good," and I was trying to say it's cold, and she was like, well, "I'm warm, I'm good."
I was talking about my house, not in here.
Okay, my bad. Wow, sorry. Sorry. But yeah, tell the people where they can find you, what you got coming up, and if they want to get in contact with you, how can they do that?
All right, so you all can find me on Facebook, on Twitter at Jonnae Thompson. That's JONNAE THOMPSON. You can find me on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. Type it in my name as well. On Instagram at Jonnae the Queen. On Snapchat at Jonnae the Queen. You can catch me this Thursday night at the world famous Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood. This Saturday night, I'll be at the Crenshaw Center doing the Clean Comedy Explosion with Ed Wanda White.
Okay.
February 19th, catch me producing my show at the Soulful Collective. It's an amazing music, comedy, and live art show that I do once a month at the Hollywood Improv, 8 p.m. So come out, get these laughs. Cal State Northridge, I'll be there to see you February 3rd. This Friday night, Bakersfield, if you're there, I'll be at the lobby. February 11th, I'll be doing the Vagina Monologues in West Hollywood. And just follow me for more, folks. All right? It's going to be a good year.
Well, there it is. It's going to be a good year, like good year blimps.
And the good news talk show.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I enjoyed myself. I had a hell of a time. I just want to thank Jonnae once again for coming through.
Thank you, Keith.
Blessing the space, man. We had a good time. We had some laughs. We talked about some good stuff, and it's always a good time when you come to the good news. Of course, Meezy Media. Check them out. The cameraman, the man behind the camera. We got some stuff dropping on YouTube this week. I hope y'all excited. Get ready for that. Finally rolling out the YouTube so people can actually watch the full show now. You can watch the full show on YouTube if you would like. I know people want to see it. They were asking what's been going on with Facebook Live. I told you we had to step away from that but now we're bringing it back much harder and much stronger. So be on the lookout for that. Go subscribe to Good News Radio Show on YouTube, and I think that's pretty much it, Jackie. Yeah, is that it? Is that the end of the show? Are we out of here? Well, I think we are out of here. Let me go ahead and pull this up then. Since it's about that time, and I got Bruce Wireless calling me on the other line. Hold on, I'm gonna answer this on air. Bruce, you on air? What's up, man?
What you doing?
I'm on air.
Oh shit! What's going on?
You on air, Bruce?
Yeah, now you on there. I got you on speaker in front of the mic.
What's going on, man?
He didn't call in. He called my actual cell phone. Hey, I'm gonna call you back. I'm about to wrap it up. All right. Yep, I always answer Bruce calls. If he calls, I'm always gonna answer, no matter what I'm doing. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We're about to get up out of here, and like always, this is the Good News. It's a Millennial show, talk radio for everything millennial. I'm your host, Keith Good News, and sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy. But either way, it's all good. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah, we have a good time. Good time. It's a good time. good time. Let the summer sun shine. Go ahead and unwind, yeah, I'm talking good time. Chillin' in the shade, like you just got paid, yeah, I'm talking good time. Kinda like your birthday.